So the dairy industry is really the thing that's at the heart of the South Gippsland economy, and it really drives it along. The industry's worth about $800 million, and that's because we have both agriculture, the farming side of things, and the manufacturing, which is a really great thing to have.
The two schools who are involved at the moment are Leongatha Secondary College and Merboon North Secondary College. The project has involved students working in inquiry teams around the theme of Paddock to Plate, and what they've done is follow the dairy trail in the inquiry process. Initially they went out to a dairy farm. They were able to look at the processes that were at work and the science that sits behind those processes at the dairy farm itself. From there, they moved forward to Goulburn and into the factory. So looking at what takes place in the factory, but then spending time with people who work within different components of the factory. And that gave them insight again into another series of scientific processes that go to work in the production of milk, in the production of dairy produce, and for specific products.
Well, so far the key benefits have certainly been opening up the Goulburn factory to school children and giving them an insight into the dairy industry. It's been far too long that we've spent away from the education precinct, and it's been a great opportunity for us. What I saw out of the program was that the kids were very engaged in the project, regardless of where they chose to spend their time. I think there was a level of engagement across the whole supply chain. So it was great to see kids that were involved at a farm level, and then also kids that were taking special interest in areas such as transport and logistics.
For Year 10 agriculture, I think it fits beautifully in with the program because it is a perfect platform for me to be able to launch into exposing the students to the science side of the industry and get them to see the different pathways that they can take. You know, you want to work in the industry, it's not a farmer alone, you know, you've got all these other different avenues, and the science side of it is very important.
This all culminated in an expo, and the expo became the assessment activity. So the students were able to share what they'd found, share with some members of the community as well what they'd found. But they essentially had to apply the learning they'd picked up along the way and show how they'd processed that so that they could share in that expo environment.
I think that what we've started with a pilot is fantastic, but the next step is the next step, and I think it would be hugely beneficial for both Goulburn and the greater dairy industry to see this project expand into not only this school area but further afield as well.
No matter what area we're in the dairy industry, it's going to be requiring higher levels of qualification, greater level of skill. That creates great opportunity for young people, and even understanding how the industry works, and also the potential for that of developing skills that are of course applicable to many other areas, and that they can go on to have fantastic careers.